This next Bible study is called Guard the Unity of Your Team, and that can be very challenging to do as worship pastors, worship creatives, right? We have a heart to be in unity, but the enemy doesn't want that. He wants to destroy it because if we're unified as a body of believers, as worshipers, man, we're powerful, we're unstoppable. And so think of us as the front line. If we're in a battle and we're on the front lines as worshipers and there's a hole in the front line, the enemy can really seep through and cause a lot of damage. So it's important for us to guard unity. If you haven't already, there's a few things that I would suggest you do as a worship leader, worship creative, to your team, just to give them some information, some feedback on really how important unity is. And so there's just three things. The first one would be is set boundaries ahead of time. If you're newly hired, this is the perfect time to do that, right? With an all-team meeting and sit down with your team members and say, hey guys, I really want our team to be in unity. This is important to me, and set some boundaries for that. If you've been with your church for many years and you've never done this, maybe this is the time to do it. It's never, it's always the time, right, to address unity. And I would just say, if there's negative vibe, conversation, spirit, attitudes, that you're going to address it as a worship leader, worship pastor. And if it continues, that you give them a break. I give people a month break off just because it's not really something that they're valuing, and they don't really see the importance of being in unity, right? So giving people breaks is a good thing because they can reassess if this is the team for them or not, right? And then the second thing is to follow through with what God has given you to do. That can be hard because people are related to each other at church sometimes, and Sally knows Johnny, and so, vice versa. So you just have to be careful, but do it in love, but also don't shy from what God's called you to do, because you have the authority to do it. And He's entrusted you to guard that unity in the worship community of your church. And then third is to reiterate the importance of unity with your worship team. So they're going to be seeing you make some decisions, maybe some tough ones, right? They're not going to resent you for it. They're really going to respect you for it, because you're making some really tough calls and some tough challenges there, but you're doing it out of love and out of the unity of the team. And what I've noticed is the team becomes stronger, they become better worshipers, and they are just on fire for God. And your worship services are insanely awesome because now you have a unified team that love each other, but most importantly, they love God. So if you haven't really set boundaries and you haven't talked about unity among your team, I would suggest you do that. Pray about it. Ask the Lord, how do you want me to address this? And He will give you the tools to do so.